All right, guys, we're back in the shop. Just got back from Idaho, and we are starting the CRC SEMA build and the build for the future.
Did you talk to Clay?
Yeah.
Have you heard some of the comments?
No, I have not.
Yeah, it's not well received by some. Some like it, some don't. So if you've been living under a rock or not, we're going to take this small block out. I think it's a Vortec.
Yes.
We're going to take this out, and we're going to put a late model Hemi in it, and it's going to be hydrogen powered. Never done that before. I've seen it. Mike Copeland is spearheading the deal. And if you know anything about Mike Copeland, he's kind of a big deal. He was one of the main people on Project X. He did a lot of stuff on that. No, he had nothing to do with making it EV. That was way after him. So, but this is going to be pretty neat. We started with a very, very nice car. This is for the build to the future with CRC. We picked red for CRC. The inside is just absolutely beautiful. I've shown the motor and stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've kind of seen this on Clay's videos if they follow Clay.
Yep.
I mean, it truly is a beautiful car to start with.
Yeah, if you're going to start with a nice car, this is probably the one to start with.
I mean, the AC works, everything works, and it's still like bare bones. Like, they just did subtle upgrades like the radio, Dakota digital gauges. They put a crate GM motor in it. I think it's got a turbo 350 in it.
No, it's 700 R4.
Is it?
It's got overdrive.
Okay, I haven't even really got to look at it too much, but.
So we're going to, the plan for today is we're stripping the motor out, radiator, transmission, drive shaft, exhaust, the whole deal. And we got to figure out if that Hemi's going to fit. And no, the Hemi's going to fit. We got to figure out what it's going to take to make it fit. So I know, like my black 57, when we did the LS in there, we notched the firewall pretty good. But this one's already been worked a little bit, but I don't think it's going to benefit us at all. So we were at the Tri-5 Nationals with Jim Reese from CPP, and he makes some deal to move this over, remember?
Yes.
So,
offset.
oh, the electric.
Yeah, offset booster.
Yep, brake booster. So that's about it. I think, I don't know, put it on time lapse to tear it apart, I guess.
Yeah, I'll put it on time lapse and I'll grab it and get some going in depth. I mean, we do have a decent amount of work, but I really don't feel like this will take too long to pull apart.
And we don't want to bore you with taking headers off and radiator. I mean, if you're watching this, you could probably use a wrench. So you kind of got the idea of what we're about to get involved in. So first things first, we'll take the hood off, roll it outside, drop all the coolant out of it, so it's not all over the floor in here.
And we'll show them the parts and stuff too.
Yeah, you want to go over the parts?
Yeah.
All right.
So TCI has sent us a 4L80 for this, so it'll have drivable gears.
Overdrive.
You'll actually be able to drive it.
If you know anything about 4L80s, this son of a gun is heavy.
Yes.
So we got a mock-up block from Summit. This is our late model Hemi. We got torque converter. We got all kinds of stuff. Supercharger. So I forgot to tell you, it's going to be on hydrogen with an Edelbrock supercharger. So that's going to be kind of cool too. There's just all kinds of firsts for us. It's weird that we're doing the late model Hemi, but that's cool because that's Clay's niche. My niche is the 57 Chevy, so we thought we'd just bring them both together with that. Unfortunately, Clay can't be here. Our two schedules the next month do not gel at all. So next week, Jeffrey will be here after flying in from Vegas. He'll be here with Clay,
Emily and Aaron.
Yeah, Emily and her husband. So they'll be doing some stuff on the car. So we got to kick it in gear. I left my wife. She's at a campground in Idaho. So I fly back out this Thursday, fly there, get in a rig, and start heading to Vegas. So like I said, it's going to be tight. We got to have this thing done for SEMA. and it's, you know, it's for a good cause. It's for the CRC Build to the Future, Build for the Future. And when this thing's auctioned off, this will be the first hydrogen powered car ever auctioned off.
Publicly auctioned.
Publicly auctioned. So they're talking big money. So it's gonna be cool. So we'll set up the GoPros and get ready to go and see what we can come up with.
Yeah, see how much we can get done today. So, all right, enjoy the time lapse for a minute. All right, so got all the fluids drained. You've seen us take the pan off, drain fluid, because there is no drain plug in this. So
what did you say? We got all the fluids drained?
Yeah.
Right onto the floor.
I mean, it's concrete. It does get cleaned.
Yep.
You want to mop it up?
Shine it right up.
But converter bolts are undone. All we got left is bell housing, shifts linkage, and take this cross member, the trans cross member out.
Speaking of that, we're gonna have to lower it, Jeff, since it's a 700 R4. It's got a kickdown cable. You probably don't even know what the hell that is, do you? You ever seen a kickdown
Yeah,
cable?
no, yeah, I'm not
It's
ignorant to cars.
Well, hey, there's people today that would not know what a kickdown cable was.
No, I do. Well, remember, my first truck had a 704.
Oh, that's
I know
right. Yeah,
more than I ever want to know about them.
Yeah, you're right.
I know that they don't do well.
They're not very strong,
No.
and it takes a lot of money to make them strong, and it just ain't. It ain't worth it. You're better off sticking a 400 in this bitch.
Yeah, I know they're not 18-year-old proof.
No, that right there, that TCI makes
yeah.
a badass one too. So.
Well, a 4L80 to begin with is a good, strong transmission.
It's a
It's
good
basically an updated 400.
Right. Right.
So, but we got some stuff to
Yeah.
dismantle, and
We cut the exhaust off. That went fairly smooth.
I'm glad we cut it off. It rattled so bad.
Oh, it was horrible. Horrible. I'm pretty sure.
They did a beautiful job, but the geometry of the hangers weren't.
And
Correct.
well, something hits really hard back here.
I think that was the
know what.
exhaust.
Oh, it could have been, huh?
I really think that was the exhaust.
Yeah, you're probably right.
But it's probably hitting here, because look, why else would you cut that
Yeah.
versus this?
Yeah, right on. Well.
So,
Okay, so, well, that being said, let's jerk the training. Well, we got to lower it back down, get the cable out of there, disconnect the dipstick. Training lines are down here. That's easy. We'll just take that whole deal together.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, it's going to get an updated one TCI.
Yeah.
Sent us a pretty gnarly cooler
Yeah.
to mount, so. But we will mount it up front so it actually gets adequate cooling, because I'm sorry, but these don't do anything.
I'm liking the
I've tried
distance we have on the pan.
Oh yeah, I don't think pan clearance is going to be an issue at all.
No, it
I
don't
mean,
look like it.
this will be the only thing that's close, but I mean that truck pan. So we got a factory truck pan.
Yeah, that's gonna be close.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a Hemi truck pan, so.
We were thinking though that would be the closest, because the car pans are like they're up here. They got a little deeper sump, deeper, wider, whatever.
I think that might work out good. So.
Yeah.
We're just guesstimating right now, but you know, getting the. You know what? I'm gonna FaceTime somebody.
Who's that?
Clay.
Clay. I think he's driving right now. They got Indy this week.
Oh yeah. Let's see if we can get him real quick. Oh my! I turned my font up on my phone.
Oh yeah, he
I
finally,
just got a new phone.
after 4 years of me yelling at him to get a new phone.
Info, video. Is that it? Video?
Yeah, video.
Oh yeah, there we go. FaceTime. This is all new. This thing's new.
It's like carburetor to EFI.
Oh hey. Maybe. I know he's driving. Is he flying or driving?
I think he's driving.
Oh, he's not going to answer.
Well, from Indy to Memphis ain't that far.
Yeah, you're right.
I know they're going to be there for 5 days, so.
Oh, there he is. Look, he had to put his shades on. See? Well, hey, that's a good looking shirt.
You like that?
Yeah, nice. Oh, whoa.
Almost as if on command.
Yeah. Well, Clay. Oh, look, Donna's hanging out. Oh, the dog's passed out. Where's the other one?
Oh, she's in the bed.
Oh, right on.
Millie is a bed dog.
Oh, I got you. Max started doing that up front, laying at your feet. I don't know what's up with that. He just started that all of a sudden. So, but we're back ready to rip the transmission out of this thing. Got drive shaft out and exhaust off. So,
Oh man, we are taking a perfectly good running car and tearing it apart.
absolutely. Why wouldn't we?
We're kind of known for that here.
Yeah, we're kind of known for that here. So, but
And you know what's funny, Jeff and Jeffrey, is everybody thinks we're building a car that will not run. And
Oh.
I love the fact that they think that.
well,
Yeah.
like I always say, put it in the comments. All right, well, we're getting ready to pull this. I just wanted to touch base with you. I held the pan up here, the truck pan. It's going to be close. I think,
Oh boy.
yeah, it's going to be close. So we'll fill you in here in a little bit. We'll let you know how we make out.
All right, let's go.
All right, buddy.
Get that old 57 hot rod running on hydrogen.
All right, buddy. Safe travels.
See y'all.
All right, bye.
All right.
All right. Well, let's let her down and get that. Get
The kickdown cable
kickdown
off.
cable off.
Well, we got some stuff we can undo down here first.
The dipstick needs undone.
Yeah, well, yeah, from the top would be the dipstick. And
Yeah.
I don't know, does this thread in or is this just a push in? It should just be a push in.
We'll just take it off the firewall.
Well, yeah, no, I understand that.
All right, well, let's let it down and start ripping.
All right, guys, I got to let the GoPro cool down.
Back to your favorite time lapse.
Well, no, it's cooling down. I can't turn it back on just yet.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So we'll miss the kickdown cable, but I'll just do it on my phone whenever we get back to actually pulling the transmission. We struggle with GoPros here. They get hot too quick. But, all right, let's go. All right, guys, so transmission is out. That went a lot smoother than we expected.
It did go pretty smooth.
Yeah, I mean, everything's going pretty smooth on this.
Well, I mean, it's a brand new build, so.
Yeah. So, give you a quick look at what she looks like up in there. When we said this thing's clean, we mean it's clean. I mean, look, there's barely even. That's probably from Clay, my dad driving it to Power Tour.
Power Tour.
So, he's undoing all the connections off the starter right now.
Yep, motor mount bolts are out.
Yep, motor mount bolts. Then we got to do some power steering lines and then the coolant lines. And
you're gonna pull the fuel tank. So we got to pull the fuel tank because it's gonna run on hydrogen. So we don't need a fuel tank anymore.
Yeah.
So that being said, I mean it's brand new as well.
And they even put a drain in it.
Yeah, pretty nice.
I remember.
The only scratch in this car I put in it, that was the exhaust when it fell.
Oh,
So that was my fault.
way to go.
There we go. Put it in the comments.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really nice.
Really cool.
I remember draining all the gas out of your black 57 to pull the tank out of it. That sucked.
That tank's still
Because it was full.
That was a brand new tank as
Yeah.
well, but it didn't have a drain. So.
No.
We just wanted to stop and give you a little update. So I'll tell you what, about 20 minutes, we're gonna have a motor sitting on the floor. So we'll put you back on time lapse, get this deal done, and then we'll run you through what we're gonna do. We'll set that other block in here and see how bad it's gonna be, because
Yeah.
I don't
Mock
think
the
it's gonna,
transmission up.
yeah, I don't think it's gonna be easy. So after doing the LS in the black car, so
But also, mind you, in that car, we were setting it up for drag race. So obviously for drag race, you want the motor as far back as you can.
that's true. That's
So
true.
we're not really worried about that with this because, I mean, it's...
Well, that we stuffed the turbos in there too. We had a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
we had turbos, headers, wastegates, intercooler. Like, we had a lot going on.
Yeah.
And actually, I mean, if you look under the car, we could have slid it forward probably another 2 inches and never touched a firewall.
Yeah, that sucked doing the firewall.
Yeah, but
Hopefully we
also
don't
we had
have-
the intake tube going down through the center and the front. So
Hopefully we don't have to touch that in this. So that's it. We'll keep you updated.
yep, let's go. Little one.
Go ahead,
Oh, we're on that motor. Might have to pull the accessories off.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take her back down real quick.
No, just take them off there.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I think we'll cause more damage coming back down.
Okie dokie. Alright, hold. Alright guys, so we had a little bit of camera malfunction yesterday, so
We just tried again today, still had camera malfunction.
Yeah.
So we're doing it on Jeffrey's phone. So we got a lot done yesterday. Motor's out, radio's out, transmission's out. You see the pilot parts.
yep.
The Hemi is sitting in it, and I absolutely love it. I thought, oh, this is gonna be crazy, but you gotta imagine this thing with valve covers on it, and it's absolutely amazing. So we got a dummy block from Summit Racing. So this is one of those foam blocks. Everything bolts on. Learned a bunch yesterday. So what was in this car was a 700 R4. What we were trying to put in it was a
80.
4L80E. Well, look at the size difference. Way bigger. So the tunnel in this thing is, the paint is as nice as this underneath as it is on top. So I talked to Clay, we talked to TCI. We're gonna put a 4L60E in it because it's half the size, and they're gonna put a bell housing on it for us so it'll bolt up, and very minimal damage to the tunnel, if any at all. So our goal is not to beat this car up because it's so nice. My original thought was cut the tunnel out, put the big transmission in, who gives a shit? Well, we can't do that. So there's a couple other hurdles. We called Be Cool yesterday, Justin and the boys at Be Cool. they're gonna make a radiator with a heat exchanger on it, the radiator support, overflow tank, AC condenser, the whole deal. Because the one that we got is old and it's outdated. So Jeffrey was smart enough to call Stainless Works, and they sent us a couple different sets of headers. And guess what? The headers fit perfect.
I mean, like they were 100% made for 1957, which
With a late model Hemi.
the brake lines are a little close here, but CPP is actually sending us, they came out with this new deal that's an electric assisted brake.
Master cylinder. It's from an e-car.
Yes.
And wait till you see it. So I called Jim and the boys at CPP yesterday. They make the kit that it moves it a full 2 inches over this way. So, and it's half this size. So we'll have room for the valve covers, the coil packs, the whole
It'll make
deal.
spark plug changes easy.
My first thought when we started looking at this car, I thought we was going to lose the windshield wipers because the OG 57, they never worked because the big block was back there. So I got this stuck in there right now because that's how tight it is. So I cannot get this out right now, but everything's going together well. Quick performance. Jeffrey, we're trying to get this car done in a hurry, and Jeffrey throws in that he wants to put a rear end in this car too.
Well, so let me rephrase on that. This should make, can make 500 to whatever. Okay. In 1957, this thing probably came with a whopping 150 horsepower.
I think they told me yesterday they were 12 spline axles. So
You see my point.
yeah, so we call Quick Performance, Braden and the boys at Quick. They're going to do a factory width Ford 9-inch. We're going to put brand new CPP brakes on it. It'll be a center section, 40 spline axles, the whole deal. It'll be beefed up. I think it's a little overkill for 500 horse, but hey, I don't know who's going to end up with it. I don't know. So we just want it right. We're not going to beat this car up. It is a beautiful car. We want it to stay beautiful, and you cannot deny that this thing looks like it belongs in there.
It does.
I mean, it just.
It's close,
Yep.
but it will fit.
Yep. So Holly sent this kit. Oh, another hurdle we got to come over. So Holly sent this front cooling kit, which tucks everything really tight to the motor, which is badass. Well, Edelbrock sent us this blower. They don't make a blower to fit this kit. So we were on the phone with them yesterday, Edelbrock, and Jeffrey's idea was to make a spacer for the pulley, and they gave us the green light on that. So Mike Copeland, who's in Michigan, Arrington Performance, they're putting the motor together. We're going to go ahead and pass the buck off to him. He's going to make the spacer because he's got to make all this fit. Holly was good enough to send us this stuff for just mock-up, and they sent all the real stuff to him. So the only thing we got to send him is this blower, and then we're done. I mean, next time we see this motor, it'll be totally completed. It'll be dynoed. It'll be on hydrogen. It's gonna be cool. So, man, we got a lot of work to do. I flew in for 3 days to do this, and this is as far as we got, which I think we've got pretty far.
Yeah, I mean, most of the giant hurdles. I mean, you think, well, we got Clay and Emily and Aaron coming next week to help on this build as well. And so while they're here, we're going to try and get the rear end done, exhaust.
CPP's doing the
Yep, we can do that. We can do the steering rack conversion kit,
brakes.
the brakes. We still need to get measurements for wheels because Clay's going to get this thing hooked up with some weld wheels and I believe Continental tires.
Yep, Continental.
So,
yep.
I mean, there's a lot to do, but most of the stuff to do is going to be the nitty gritty.
And you got to stay tuned because, I mean, what's the date today? August what?
I think it's 27, 28.
Yeah, so this thing got to be at SEMA in October. So just
Yeah,
FYI.
we have less than a month and we still have 6 races to do.
Yeah.
So it'll be good, but back to the headers. We couldn't get over it. It just, I mean, look, they fit so perfect like they were meant to be in a 1957 Chevy.
And if anybody out there has ever built headers, you know that's a time-consuming deal. And to not have to do this on this project because we're in such a hurry, what a big hurdle. Big thumbs up to Stainless Works. One's a truck header, one's a car header.
Yeah.
We just joined them together. And man, the underneath is just absolutely amazing.
Raise it up. Let's show.
Yeah. So they both come out perfect. I still can't believe it. So,
Yeah, these are they were sending me headers, and they asked her like, well, what do you want? I was like, I want the tightest fitting ones you have. And they said, well, the ones for the Charger will probably be the tightest ones. So I believe this is the Charger, or no, that's the truck. This is the Charger. So we ended up having to intermingle two of them because this tube's a little tighter on the passenger side on the truck one, and then obviously that tube's a little tighter on the driver's side.
And if any of
The
you
car
ever
one.
out there called Stainless Works and got a set of their headers, they're all mandrel bent. Man, there's only a handful of welds. They weld the flange on, they weld the collector on, you're done. I mean, us, we chop them all up. There'd be 50 welds, you know, the whole way around to make it, to get our tubes to do what they do. So we just, Jeffrey was thinking ahead, got a couple sets coming, and man, it paid off big because now they're just one piece. They're amazing. All we got to do is tie the exhaust in. It's going to be great.
Yeah, and I mean, we didn't plan on these working out. This was more or less, if something worked, cool. If not, we were still building headers.
We were thinking if we had to cut the flanges, kill them in, but man, we
Yeah.
don't have to do nothing. All right. I know everybody's going to say, oh my God, what's that? Don't look at it. It's holding the motor up right now.
It's holding the headers up.
Yeah. So check out these headers. I mean, you can't get much better than that.
No, that's absolutely
amazing.
perfect. I mean, it's barely
Yep.
maybe an inch below the frame rail.
It's perfect. So, see the bell housing? There again. I know somebody's going to say, oh my God, about the orange strap. Put it in the comments. Really don't care. So it's got the dual pocket. So getting this bell housing on here will allow us with the dual pocket starter deal. So we can put it on either side. Jeffrey got universal motor mounts from Summit Racing. They are going to bolt on perfect. These are what was on it for the small block. So, and we have a pan being made. So Jeffrey was thinking we may have to notch this, but may not. So very minimal work to the car.
Yes.
And the cross member that's in it is removable. So worked out perfect. I mean, we can slide
Yeah, that's
this
gonna
anywhere
make
we
it
want.
super
but-
simple.
But I think it's going to be pretty close to stock length. So
Yeah.
we'll see. I'm really excited about the exhaust. That's perfect. I mean, it just, you don't get much better than this.
Yeah,
So-
we're not slamming this car on the ground.
Yep.
I mean, we want to,
It's
but
got 3-inch lowering blocks on it.
it does. But this is more of a cruiser.
And this is what Jeffrey was talking about. You look how small this is. That's pretty crazy. But I mean, you got to remember this thing made, I don't know, 150 horsepower factory. And I don't know what that motor made. It run pretty good, maybe 200, I don't know. But the ones we use are huge. So
Yeah.
just going to upgrade a little bit. When I told you we're not going to beat the tunnel up too bad,
Yeah,
the only thing we may end up with is this flange here. I might end up rolling it over, but I mean, you see how nice it is. The guys that built this car took their time. They did a nice job on it. We don't want to affect that too much, so you know, we're just gonna make it as nice as possible. I mean, this thing even got e-brake. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
The frame is beautiful. And that's it. We took the fuel lines out. We took everything
Fuel
out
tank.
because it's going to be on hydrogen. So it's going to be a soft line from the tank in the rear to the front.
Yep.
So, man, that's the coolest part about this build. Other than that supercharged Hemi in this thing, I'm excited. I wasn't excited about it at first, but now that it's in it and it looks like it belongs, I'm really excited. So, pretty excited to show you the progress. We got new batteries for our cameras. Sorry about the delay. We just had some camera issues yesterday. The batteries were all dead. Couldn't time lapse anymore. So we fixed all that. Batteries are here. They're charging. We'll get our shit together. I know everybody says, oh, we love your YouTube. We want to see more. Well, we try to do more. Shit like that happens. We just keep working. And, you know, sorry for the lost footage. But, I mean, you get the idea of what we're doing here.
Yep.
I think we got you.
I mean, really, all they missed was us setting the stuff in. That's about it.
And let me tell you, that supercharger's heavy. And I
Got
cut that back
old
open.
man's can.
Oh yeah, I cut that back open. Then I hooked it to the crane, so I got smart and started picking it up and down with the crane. So I had the oil pan on first, that didn't work. So, oh yeah, and did you say about the rack?
Yes.
So we're putting a power
Yeah.
steering rack in this. It's gonna be cool. Get rid of the steering box up
we
here.
actually have to, because if you look right here is where the factory gearbox went.
And it was gonna be a pain in the butt.
Yep. Well,
So-
I really didn't give them a shot of the headers.
Yeah,
Like folded up. Like, man, that made it so simple, so
All we
nice.
gotta do is move this line on top of the frame so it's not hitting the header. The line ain't hitting the header, actually the clamp
Yeah.
right there. So,
But I mean, later this week I'm gonna unbolt the factory mounts. Actually, man, I could almost make a plate set to use those.
yeah. Yep.
That would actually be really easy.
So another cool thing about this is not only is the proceeds going to kids for tech school, but you are going to see the world's first 1957 Chevy with a late model Hemi on hydrogen, supercharged, and guess what? It's going to be publicly auctioned off. So that's kind of a big deal. Nobody's ever done it. We're going to be the first, and you're going to see it here.
Yeah. But anyways, that's where we're at for today. We're gonna call it a wraps. I gotta take him to the airport here in about an hour.
Get to fly back to Idaho.
Yep. And so he could have stuck around, but missed a little scheduling error.
I'm a week off.
Yeah, he
So
thought.
I got to spend an extra week out there. We got some plans for the GTO. I might be flying back to do some crazy stuff with it. So
Yeah,
get ready
for
that.
with the GTO and the Honda.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So-
Yeah,
Yep.
so,
Well, the Camaro, I just want a number on it. I've never ran that thing down a track.
yeah,
Never. It's
be
never
cool.
been to the racetrack.
that'd be cool.
So.
The Honda's gonna be really cool.
Yep. But a local friend of ours has a track rental next Friday, and we figured if we can make it, all I got to do is change the rear gear in that, and it's good to go.
Let the cat out of the bag.
By changing the rear gear.
Don't say that too loud.
Okay.
All right, but yeah, this is it. So stay tuned. We'll try to keep the videos coming. Like Jeffrey said, Clay and
Emily and Aaron.
Emily and Aaron are coming next week. Hopefully, I can be here to help. But if not, we'll see how far they get.
All right.
That's it. We're
All
out.
right. See you later, guys.